Okay, there are various methods of weighing powders, from the beam balance, like this RCBS 1010 set scales, which in my opinion are some of the best you can get for beam scales, through to the DPS3 made by Lyman, which is offers an all-in balance and trickle feature, so it'll weigh and then give you the exact amount that you key in on the keyboard, right through to the chemistry style scientific Acculabs. These are the Acculab 123s, and they won't trickle, but they will weigh to 0.01 of a grain. Okay, going back to the Lymans, they'll weigh to 0.1 of a grain, and the back to the RCBS. I'm now going to show you how you can get it down to one kernel. Welcome to another 1967 review. Today, as you can see here, we've got a set of RCBS 1010 scales. I'm not actually reviewing the scales themselves today. What I am reviewing is, if you hunt the internet, you can Google a bloke called Scott Parker, and what he does to these scales is actually make them a lot better. What he makes them more delicate, so they read more finely. They end up more accurate and more repeatable. He does various things with the anvil and where the anvil sit on the beam scales. But all I'm today, just a quick review. We all know how good this RCBS stuff is. I'm just going to show you what Scott can do with a set of your scales if you were to send them to him. All I'm going to do is focus the camera on the zero. We've zeroed the scales as usual. Just get the camera right close so you can see what's going on. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put one kernel, that's correct, one kernel of powder in the powder scoop, and see what happens to the scales. Bit fiddly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see how sensitive they are? There is literally, I don't know if you're going to see it, but there were 5 kernels of powder in there. I'll see if I can get it all on camera so you can see. Okay, I'll show it from this end. I'll just let the scale zero. I'll just put the pan on. The scale's now zeroed. I'll put the kernels in, and I'm putting in kernels, right? 1, 2, 3. You can just see that on the edge of the camera. 4. And see the scales are going up? They're that sensitive. You can weigh more consistent loads now, more repeatable. They're tuned, is the word I've been looking for all this review. They're tuned by Scott Parker. As I say, Google him, email him, he'll sort them out for you. He obviously charges for the service, but it depends. He can do most of the beam scales, the Lyman, the DPS, the Lyman or the RCBS rather. But there was 5 kernels in there, and we got a reaction on the scale beams. If you're really into your bench rest shooting or anything like that, where you need consistent, repeatable loads, this is the sort of equipment you're looking for. Well, that's another review done by me, just a quick one. I'll put the website up or contact details for Scott Parker, or otherwise just Google him. Okay, that's from me, 1967 Spud. Cheers.